Okay, so we're going to have a look at Just the Two of Us by Bill Withers. It's a good introduction to some jazz chords, but it not being too intensely jazz because it's kind of a pop song. So it gets you used to playing a few jazz chords, something a bit different than the open chords, something to get your teeth into. So I'll just demonstrate it first. I'll sing a bit of the verse and a bit of the chorus. I hear the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through. The chorus, just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. I'm building castles in the sky. Just the two of us. You and I. And there's the next section which is da 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 da. Okay, so you might be a bit daunted by looking at that, but if you notice, I was only actually in the main bit doing two shapes. I was doing this, so we'll learn what that is, and then I was doing this other shape, and if you watch my hand, see that? It's almost like I super glued them fingers together. So watch. Once you got the shape, it doesn't really move. So you got that first chord and then this shape. And a lot of jazz chords are based like this. They do a lot of extensions with that, leading with the second finger here. So once you got used to playing that, you can play a lot of other jazz tunes, something a bit different to the open chords. Alright, so let's just look at the first chord. So here's the set of the chords. So here it is now. So D flat major 7. So we put our first finger on the 9th fret, top string, and our second finger on the same fret, on the 9th fret, but on the second string. So that's what this looks like here. Let's get in the right position there. So get into that position. And then I want you to get these two fingers on here, the next fret across, but on the two middle strings. You can see, I'll show you on the actual chord chart. So you can see you got one here, two down here on the second string, and 3 and 4 are there on the middle strings. Okay. And what I want you to do is pick the notes you're specifically playing. I don't want you to go strum all them, because you've got some open notes here which clash with that chord. So literally figure out the notes you're playing. So the top string with my thumb, and then it's the second, third and fourth string. I'm putting 3 fingers on them, and I've got a finger on each string now, and I'm going to go like this, pinch them all, and that'll help you avoid the sticking these open notes on top of it, which sounds a bit dissonant. So what's this? I hear the... Now that's called a major 7 chord, so wherever you put this root will dictate the name of it. So the reason it's called a D flat major 7 is because that note is on a D flat. If I moved it to there, that would be a C, C major 7. If I move it to there, it would be a B, B major 7, B flat major 7, A major 7, A flat major 7. So really it's just dictated, the name of the chord is dictated by where this finger is on the top string. Let me just show you very quickly something that might help you, because it's worth learning a bit of the theory behind it, because you don't want to just learn the chord on face value. So on the top string, this is what you want to look at. You've got your chromatic scale, but to make it look a bit easier, you just learn the main notes. E, F, G's on the 3rd fret, A's on the 5th fret, B's on the 7th, C there, and then you got to learn just these in-betweenies. So if it's in between C and D, it's either a C sharp or a D flat, which you can see there. It's either a C sharp or a D flat. It's got 2 names depending what key you're in. That's for another video talking about keys. Okay, so that's to show you how to move that shape around the place. Okay, And you do that with all these chords. Alright, so I'm going to jump straight to the C7. So if you can see here, we're on the 8th fret with our second finger. And on the same fret, the 8th fret, you got your third finger, but it's on the 4th string. So that looks like this. See? You should, oh, let's get out. So that's on the top string, that's on the 4th. And your little finger here on the next fret along on the third string. So you can see you've got this shape. Now that is the shape now for everything else. Oh, I'm on the wrong section. So if you look at all these chords, if I show you the whole lot for the verse, look at the shape of them. They're all the same shape. They all start with the second finger there. So then it is just about plonking this root in different places will give you all these chords. So rather than just looking at all these chords on face value, I'm just going to tell you what frets they go on. So we've done the first chord. Let's forget about the major 7. So here we start on the 8th fret with this shape, and we're pinching the notes you're physically playing. We don't want them open notes. We just want, see, I'm on the 6th string, the 4th and the 3rd. So I'm going to pick them 3 notes. So you get the nice little tones of just that chord. And then we move down with this hand, move the shape down. So that lands on the F. And then I'm going to move which fingers I'm picking down from there to there. And pick exactly the fingers I've got on here. And then move it down a fret. Pick the same ones. Down another fret. And then we're going to move it up a string, but on the 4th fret. So there. And then you've got to move this hand to pick the exact notes on there. So you got this, that shape, and then you got here 8th fret. Move it down, and then up a string to the 6th string, but on the 4th fret. So you got, I hear the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining, and then they hold this on through. So the second time it goes round it doesn't do that. It just holds that. So you got here, that's a D flat major 7 to a C7, because that's a 7 shape, and that's a C. Here's an F minor 7, that's an F. That's an E minor 7, E flat minor 7, and we move it up here on the 4th fret, top string, that's an A flat 7. So anything on the top 6th string is called a 7, so that's A flat 7, and then if you move it down it's called a minor 7. So look, F minor 7, so anything here is a minor 7, anything on the 6th string is a 7. Just like the way I can make you understand it is if you play an A minor here and you move it up, it's an E major with the same shape. So you can see in this section it's a minor, and you move it up it's a major. Just like that's a minor and that's a major, even though it's the same shape. So you can use a lot of shapes in different ways, and they'll mean different chords. So, but you can only learn that over time. It's pointless trying to explain all that because it's so vast, but you just learn things on the way. So this is what we got so far. I hear the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through. And the chorus, just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try, just the 2 of us, just the 2 of us. Okay, so that's that section. I want to go to the next section, which is da 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 da. Okay, so I'll show you it on the chord boxes if you wanted to pause it. The next section, wait there. It is here. So it starts on this one here, this first one to this one, then the B major 7 to B flat 7, A major 7 to A flat 7. Let's ignore the last two for now. So if you can see, there's a bit of a pattern here, D flat major 7 to C7, and that is a step down, so the 9th fret there to the 8th fret, and then it goes down the next step but creating this major 7 shape here. So you can see the two shapes, you got this shape, and this shape. See, they're all major 7 chords, all with the same shape. And then you got C7 is the same as the B flat 7 and A flat 7 shape. See the shape of it? So really, to achieve this, you need to really focus on this 9th fret to the 8th fret shape you did in the last bit. So there. And you need to replicate that, but starting on the 7th now. And then replicate the same shape, but starting on the 5th fret. So all them fancy sounding chords are just where the start note is. So if that's a major 7 shape that starts on a D flat, that's a D flat major 7. And that's a 7 shape starting on a C, that's a C. So you got your D flat major 7 to C. And then you got a B major 7. So you want the major 7 shape, but that note is a B on the 7th fret. And then you want a B flat 7. So you got the 7 shape starting on a B flat. So even though these things sound kind of impressive, they're just the starting notes, you know. Once it's explained, hopefully you can not be as daunted. And then this one on the 5th fret, this major 7 shape starts on an A. So that's your A major 7. And then you need an A flat 7. So you got the 7 shape. And it's on the 4th fret. That's an A flat note. So you got. So if I show you that, let's look at this. This is the sequence. So D flat major 7 to C7, B major 7 to B flat 7, A major 7 to A flat 7. That might have scared the hell out of you before. Hopefully it doesn't seem as bad. Now just focus on the last two chords of this section. D flat major 7, so that's the same as your first chord. You can come back up here to the 9th fret, and then we got this G flat major 7, which you could actually, if you want to do that and take that shape down to the G flat, you could actually do that, but you can hear that it is quite a big jump. That's why we learn other shapes, so we can just get to nearby places without massive jumps. Alright, so there, this G flat major 7, I want you to bar the 9th fret with your first finger. Then put your second finger on the 3rd string on the next fret across. Your 3rd finger up there on the next fret across, but on the 4th string. And your second finger is on the same finger as the 3rd, the same fret as there, but on the 2nd string. And you should get that. I've actually written this wrong on this chart. I forgot to change it. Where this 3rd finger's up here and the 4th's down here. That's not a very practical way of playing it, the way I've written it. So the 3rd finger's up here, 4th down here, and that's how it should look. I'll see if I can zoom in there. So see that? So you're barring that on the 3rd, that up there on the 4th, and this on the 2nd string. Get that on the 2nd, not the 1st, 2nd string there. And just, you could just strum that. So you're going from the D flat major 7th on the 9th fret there to barring that and placing this shape on. Nice chords, the major 7s. It's a chord which is overlooked quite a lot with guitarists when they're learning. So you got okay, so I hope you've enjoyed that. It's quite a lot to take in, but if you watch the video a few times, maybe really get on top of it, it can be really satisfying. If you're just used to playing open chords and you probably played it for like a year or 2 years and you get the gist of open chords and strumming, you can start to lose a bit of interest. You always need something to like light your fire and ignite that passion for learning something new. And I think jazz chords, a lot of people don't like listening to jazz, but to play jazz is actually really great fun, and it's quite interesting once you get into it. Best learning it practically and then learning the bits of theory along the way, and then it soon sort of makes sense. So hope you enjoy it. Let us know what you think. See how you get on. All right, thank you very much. Bye.